Close your eyes and imagine the golden age of aviation, a time when flying was not just a means of travel, but a symbol of elegance, power, and prestige. The year was 1958, and the world was about to witness the birth of something extraordinary. An aircraft that didn't just carry passengers, it carried dreams of luxury in the sky. This is the story of the Gulfstream I, the very first aircraft in the Gulfstream family, and the beginning of a legacy that would forever redefine private aviation. In the late 1950s, commercial air travel was booming. The skies were filled with large jets like the Boeing 707 and the Douglas DC-8, designed to carry hundreds of passengers across continents. But there was a gap in the market. Business leaders, government officials, and wealthy travelers wanted something different. They didn't need massive airliners crowded with passengers. They wanted privacy, speed, and comfort, an aircraft that could take them wherever they wanted, whenever they wanted, in a style the world had never seen before. And this is where the Gulfstream I entered the story. It wasn't just another airplane. It was a bold idea, to create a dedicated business aircraft that blended performance with unparalleled luxury. Developed by Grumman Aircraft Engineering Corporation, the Gulfstream I was a twin-engine turboprop designed specifically for the corporate market. This was groundbreaking, because until then, most executives and VIPs had to modify military planes or buy small commercial aircraft for private use. Gulfstream took a daring step. They built a plane from the ground up, crafted for business and luxury. The Gulfstream I first took to the skies in 1958, and from that very moment, it made history. Its sleek fuselage, its distinctive nose design, and its graceful wings spoke the language of innovation. The engines roared with authority, yet the cabin whispered comfort. The Gulfstream I was powered by two Rolls-Royce Dart turboprop engines, which gave it the reliability and efficiency executives demanded. It could fly over 2,200 kilometers without refueling, reaching cruising speeds of around 560 kilometers per hour. For the late 1950s, these were impressive numbers. But beyond the numbers, it was the experience that made the Gulfstream I special. Inside, the cabin was designed not for passengers, but for people who expected more. Leather seats, elegant finishes, and space to conduct meetings or simply relax turned every flight into a statement of power and privilege. This wasn't just transportation, it was the flying boardroom of the future. Soon, the Gulfstream I wasn't just an aircraft, it became a status symbol. CEOs, oil magnates, and even heads of state began acquiring them. Owning a Gulfstream meant you had arrived. You were not just wealthy, you were influential, powerful, and ahead of your time. In many ways, the GI, as it was called, reshaped the image of private aviation. Before it, flying private was rare, almost experimental. After the Gulfstream I, it became a dream for anyone who aspired to ultimate success. What made the Gulfstream I so iconic was not only its design, but also the message it sent. It showed the world that there was a place for dedicated business jets, aircraft that could combine speed, comfort, and exclusivity. Its success laid the foundation for all the Gulfstream aircraft that followed, the GII, GIII, GIV, G650, and now the futuristic G700. Every Gulfstream jet you see today owes its existence to the bold step taken in 1958. The Gulfstream I was not just a plane, it was a revolution. Over 200 Gulfstream I aircraft were built, and many of them served for decades. Some flew for corporations, others for military or government use. Even today, a few preserved examples stand proudly in museums, reminding aviation enthusiasts of the aircraft that started it all. The GI represents more than metal and engines, it represents vision. It represents the moment when aviation stopped being only about getting from point A to point B, and started being about the experience in between. When we look back at the Gulfstream I today, more than 6 decades later, it's not just nostalgia. It's a lesson in innovation. In 1958, nobody was asking for a luxury corporate turboprop. But Gulfstream dared to dream, and in doing so, they created an entire industry. Today, private jets are a multi-billion-dollar business. From Hollywood stars to tech billionaires, the idea of luxury air travel is now normal. But it all began with one aircraft, the Gulfstream I. So, the next time you see a modern Gulfstream jet like the G700 or G800, remember this: before the sleek cabins, before the long-range luxury, before the name, Gulfstream, became synonymous with success, there was the Gulfstream I. Born in 1958, it was more than just the first aircraft in a legendary line. It was a dream made real. Because sometimes, history isn't written in boardrooms or palaces, it's written in the skies. And in 1958, the Gulfstream I wrote the first chapter of a story that still soars today.